Hi, my name is Bert Stefani and today I'm going to lose all my street credibility because I'm going to use a camera and I'm going to put this on my camera. Of course, it is not always that easy to get good pictures with a flash on your camera, but it is possible to get much better results if you know a bit about flash on camera and how it works. If you use your camera in the P mode, or the P from professional, or the green square mode, basically your camera is going to try to light everything with flash and most importantly the subject that you focus on. But if you really want to have complete control over your exposure, then manual is the way to go. And when I'm shooting with flash on my camera, I always shoot on manual. Usually the first thing I do is set my aperture, shutter speed and ISO setting to my taste for the light in the background. So you're basically going to make an exposure, keep your flash off and make an exposure of how you want the background to look. And even if you use direct flash, if you add a bit of light in the background, it becomes much more natural and it looks a lot better. And then you can always change things up a bit, but just take a couple of test shots, look at the back of your camera and see if the exposure is right. Usually if you go 1, 2 or maybe 3 stops below what should actually be a neutral exposure, then it always looks good if you have then the correct exposure on your subject with a flash. If you keep your camera in manual, your flash will do the calculations and will try to put out the right amount of light on your subject. So you don't have to put it on manual. Usually it's pretty close. You may have to dial in some flash compensation, but usually it's pretty close already. So by balancing your flash with the ambient light, your results will already be a lot better. And actually, don't be afraid to go really low in your shutter speeds, because normally the flash will freeze your subject unless there's a lot of direct or ambient light falling onto your subject. So you can easily shoot at 1/15 of a second if you have to, and even lower if you are able to keep your camera a bit steady. It's about balancing flash with ambient light, and that's not too hard to do, just judge by the back of your camera. That typical deer in the headlights look when you're taking pictures with a flash on camera is because the flash is very close to the axis of the lens. And if you use a long lens and you are far away from your subject, then it will look like the flash is actually coming from exactly the same direction as you take the picture. But if you go really close, use a bit of a wider lens, then the distance between lens and flash becomes significant and will get you better pictures. One last tip for working with a flash on your camera is to take the lens hood off, because it will block the light that is coming from your flash with a wide-angle lens, and it also blocks part of the focusing light, which makes it harder to focus in dark circumstances. This was Troy McClure for Lime Video. You may know me from such film as shooting Erica on location.
Shooting Erica's sister on location.
And shooting Erica's mother on location.
Coming soon.